There are moments in the world of entertainment that feel almost too real to be scripted. Moments that blur the line between acting and genuine emotion. And recently, fans have been completely captivated by one such moment involving Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. It wasn't a confession. It wasn't even a direct statement. But sometimes the most powerful emotions are expressed without words. It was all in the way Zhang Linghe looked at Tian Xiwei. That gaze, soft, steady, and filled with something deeper, has sparked countless discussions online. Fans couldn't help but notice that his eyes seemed to say something far more meaningful than any scripted line ever could. In that brief moment, it felt as though time slowed down. The noise around them faded, leaving only the silent connection between two people who seemed completely in sync with each other. Many viewers described it as the kind of look a man gives to the woman he has already chosen in his heart. A look filled with certainty, admiration, and something undeniably personal. Zhang Linghe has always been known for his professionalism and composed demeanor. But this time, fans noticed something different. Something more vulnerable, more real. His expression wasn't just part of a role. It carried a sincerity that made people question whether this was still acting or something more. Tian Xiwei, on the other hand, responded with a calm yet slightly shy presence. Her subtle reactions only made the moment feel even more authentic. Together, their chemistry created a scene that didn't feel rehearsed. It felt lived. It felt real. Fans quickly began analyzing every detail. The way Zhang Linghe maintained eye contact. The slight softness in his expression. The quiet intensity that seemed impossible to fake. Some even went as far as saying that his gaze looked like a promise. A silent declaration that needed no words. A promise that she was not just anyone, but someone truly special to him. In the world of dramas and scripted romance, such moments are often carefully crafted. But this one felt different. It didn't feel staged. It felt natural. That's what made it so powerful. That's what made it unforgettable. Social media platforms were soon flooded with clips, screenshots, and fan theories. Everyone had something to say about that one look. Was it just brilliant acting? Or was it a glimpse into something deeper? Some fans believe that Zhang Linghe's expression revealed a hidden truth. That in that moment he wasn't acting as a character, but reacting as himself. And what they saw was a man looking at the woman he envisions as his future. The idea may sound dramatic, but the intensity of that gaze made it hard to dismiss. It wasn't overly exaggerated. It wasn't forced. It was quiet, controlled, and deeply emotional. And sometimes, those are the most honest kinds of feelings. There's something incredibly compelling about unspoken love, about emotions that are felt rather than declared. Zhang Linghe's gaze seemed to embody exactly that. It told a story without needing a single line of dialogue. It suggested devotion, admiration, and perhaps even a sense of certainty. The kind of certainty that doesn't need validation. Fans began connecting this moment with past interactions between the two. Small gestures, shared smiles, and subtle moments that now seemed more meaningful than ever. Individually, they might have seemed insignificant. But together, they painted a bigger picture. A picture of two people who share more than just professional chemistry. Whether real or imagined, the emotional impact on fans has been undeniable. People want to believe in something genuine, something pure. And moments like this give them exactly that. The idea that behind the cameras, behind the scripts, there could be something real developing. Something that goes beyond acting. Of course, neither Zhang Linghe nor Tian Xiwei has confirmed anything beyond their professional relationship. But sometimes, confirmation isn't what fans are looking for. Sometimes, it's the feeling that matters most. And in that moment, Zhang Linghe gave them a feeling they won't easily forget. A feeling that his eyes were saying, "You are the one." Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, sincerely, and unmistakably. Whether it was just exceptional acting or a glimpse into something deeper, one thing is certain. That single gaze has left a lasting impression. And for many fans, it will continue to live on as a moment where fiction and reality seem to become one. Because in that brief exchange, Zhang Linghe didn't just look at Tian Xiwei. He looked at her like she was the only woman in the world. And perhaps, in that moment, she truly was. What makes this moment even more fascinating is how effortless it appeared. There was no hesitation in Zhang Linghe's gaze, no sign of uncertainty. It was steady, intentional, and deeply focused, as if he wasn't just looking at Tian Xiwei, but truly seeing her. That kind of attention is rare, especially in an industry where emotions are often performed rather than felt. Yet here, the line between performance and reality seemed to quietly disappear. Some fans pointed out that this wasn't the first time Zhang Linghe had looked at her that way. There have been subtle instances before, brief glances, small pauses, and quiet moments that didn't seem important at the time. But now, looking back, those moments feel different. They feel connected, like pieces of a puzzle slowly coming together. It creates a narrative that fans can't ignore. A narrative where his feelings may have been growing silently, revealed only through the smallest of gestures. And perhaps that's why this particular moment hit so hard. Because it didn't come out of nowhere, it felt like a culmination of everything that came before. Tian Xiwei's presence in that moment also played a crucial role. Her calmness, her natural reaction, and the way she held herself made everything feel even more genuine. She didn't overreact, didn't break the moment. Instead, she allowed it to exist exactly as it was, quiet, intimate, and incredibly powerful. And in doing so, she matched his energy perfectly, creating a connection that felt balanced and real. This is what fans dream of seeing. Not exaggerated romance, but something subtle and believable. Something that feels like it could exist beyond the screen. Whether this moment will ever be explained or remain a mystery, it has already done something remarkable. It has made people believe, even if just for a second, that what they witnessed was more than just acting. And sometimes that belief is what makes a moment truly unforgettable.